Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on in to tonight's coverage live on Maconie Entertainment of the Full-Length Cup Challenge. Today, we're racing at Bristol, baby. It's going to be a great 500-mile race for the Blue Ridge 500. Blue Ridge Mountain, baby, up here. Got a great little racetrack. Got a bunch of drivers out there, 41 total qualifiers. Myself up here in the booth, Kirk Mills alongside Ron Mons, and of course our producer this week, Morgan Cook's going to be joining us for the next little while. Happy to have him here with us. Reach down, pull them belts tight one more time. Here we go. Got Sean Conklin on the front row, Lucas Hoitzma on the top. Side by side, that pace car is going to dive down into the pit lane, and from Bristol through that restart zone, biggity, 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 let's go racing, boys! Just like that, look at Conklin diving up to the lead that quickly. Side by side for third as Hoitzma pulls into second and Conklin leads lap number one.
There's a battling still going on right behind though. Look at Ralph Hutchinson, who's real quick in FNL last night. He's currently running in third, trying to get his way up towards the front, but side-by-side racing still going on around him. It is a real tense start of this race. Everybody kind of handling this track early with kit gloves.
Yeah, trying to take it slow and easy. Top two aren't, though. They're gone. They've done scooted out to a big lead, but that battle for second you see on the outside, Robert Miller made his way up through the field already pretty quickly. He's up to third, and he's starting to ride along Dylan Basin as well, trying to pass Hutchinson on the outside. He gets the job done up to fourth.
Keeping our eyes focused all throughout this field with drivers fighting, trying to make hay while the sun is shining here at Bristol and get these moves done early. But Sean Conklin doing everything that he needs to do to jump out to that big margin. And Lucas Hoitzma following him as well. The margins up towards the front of the field, a little bit more spread out than they are behind. Those racers up at the front are really feeling comfortable.
I can tell you right now, all these cars have decided to go straight to the bottom. There's no rubber on this racetrack right now. You want to be right on the bottom of the racetrack. That's called the grip strip. You get on the bottom of that racetrack, put your left side tires in that little grip strip right on the yellow line. You get a huge amount of momentum. It's not always been that way, but we got a battle looking for third. Here comes Dylan Basin going to the outside for the third place spot right here on Robert Miller. He's going to get the job done just like that. On the outside, he moves up to the third place spot. Robert Miller drops back to fourth.
And now I gotta wonder whether Dylan Basin is gonna mount a charge on either Lucas Hoitzma or maybe even Sean Conklin for the race lead. I said that those two were feeling comfortable early, but now with a new competitor running in third, gotta wonder how the pressure is feeling for those two men up at the front.
I don't think there's going to be too much pressure out of the gate. They're just trying to get running around, getting, comfortable. We're going to start seeing this track darken throughout the night. You take a look at how the track is now. You can already see that darkening process happen right where the cars are running. And everybody's really single file. Got to give these guys some props. They're taking care of their stuff. There's battling going on, probably 30th on back. But towards the front, not much has been seen. One car that I got to bring up is in the back of the field right now, who we don't normally see in the back of the field, is the 12 car Nolan Hodgson. If we can, take a look right here to the 19 of Hutchinson trying to make a move for fourth. He goes to the outside. He's going to get that job done just as easy as he had earlier. Now you can see Nolan Hodgson. You got Cameron Stone back here, Roman. These guys are pretty dang fast. The 54 Coffee. These guys are drivers that have a lot of speed in this series, but right now they're mired back all the way outside the top 35. So I think that throughout the race, we might see them progressively move towards the front, but right now stuck way back in traffic.
Yeah, and Hodgson currently on the inside looking out with your top 12 right now. He's firmly into the chase as we still stand very early on into the regular season. But as you said, Kirk, he's been quick throughout this season.
Cars on the inside wall on the exit of turn, entry to turn number 3. Car is slow on the apron. It's Jedi Taylor in the 60 car.
It's not only his own.
Wrecking on the backstretch again. Cars facing the wrong way. Sorry to interrupt. It's Cody Porter in the 04 facing the wrong direction. Yeah, I got to say, this is actually the most dangerous thing I'm looking at right now. The drivers, the 84 and the 58, the leaders, if we can get a camera on them real quick. It is pretty bad. He's going to send it 3 wide. They're almost side by side for the lead, but they got very little real estate to work with. 30 car got moved up out of the way, and now he got by Jose Medina there in the 40. And both of those cars, man, they are on rails tonight again. I mean, gotta say, Ryko's really stepped up the game, and I haven't seen anybody come up to challenge it quite yet. I mean, last week there was a lot of controversy with that 58 car, got taken out by a driver who is now on a 3-race suspension. So keep that in mind. That 58 car is trying to get redemption. He dominated most of that Martinsville race, but on a pit cycle, ended up getting crashed out and didn't have a chance to show what he had towards the end. So 58 car trying to do a little bit of redemption here tonight. You know, even Mesnard there in the 73, these guys are in a position where, oh boy, they don't want to get that high up off the track. 73 goes up into marbles. That's going to let them lose a lot of momentum. Leader's caught up to the back bumper of them now, and they're trying to make it. Oh, caution is going to be out in the racetrack. Devin Medeiros facing the wrong way on the back straightaway. First caution of the day, but not the first incident we've seen of the day. The first one we see bring out the yellow. Let's see what happened to Devin Medeiros here. On his own, looks fine. Oh, yep, he got up in the marbles. Yep, he gets up into the outside wall, up in the marbles, and 15th down low. Oh, that's third place. He made contact with third place runner Robert Miller. That is not going to help that 15 car's day at all. 20 car just got loose, came down into the third place driver. That's unfortunate. Ryko cars on the front row. 15 car, we're going to see what that damage did to the car. And the 19 of Hutchinson on the outside. Great jump from the inside lane, and he is gone. Conklin takes the lead to start things off.
Yeah, but now Dylan Bassett trying to rattle the cage there a little bit. He rattled his own cage, though. He went deep through turn number 2. That's going to allow Robert Miller to jump into an uncontested second, as now Bassett going to have to worry about Hutchinson to try and hold on to third.
You can see there 19 falling back and Ralph Hutchinson moving forward right there. Hoytsma moving forward right there. Hutchinson going the wrong direction. You also see the 16, whose paint scheme hasn't... Oh, look out! The 97 goes around in front of the field. Contact with the 71 of Truel. Everybody checks up on the exit of turn 2. Zodiac spins behind, collects Tanner Marty, and it looks like a 4-car incident in turn number 2 to bring out the second yellow of the day.
Yeah, that fear there, the number 97. We saw some handling woes in the first green flag run, and this was quick. This was very, very quick. It was fine heading out of turn number 4, but it was as he headed his way off through turn number 1 and 2, you had just lost it completely. That came around real quick. Really nothing you could do there. Nothing on the steering, nothing on the pedals, even for a driver like Hoytsma.
Yeah, you can see the 37 locked up. The brakes got loose, spun down into Tanner Marty in the 29 car. And look right here, that 37's lucky he didn't clip him right there. That was close enough. Troublesome, if you ask me. We're going to get this thing back underway. Here we go. That pace car dives into pit road. New front row. Robert Miller on the top. Let's see if he fares any better on the restart. He does not. Looks very... Oh, 16 car of Matthew David Wood way off the pace on the start. Huge checkup on the outside line. And 15's up in the outside wall right in front of him.
Whoa.
Robert Miller had a huge problem.
Oh, and Delaney nearly ran into the back of him. I thought that was going to end in tears, but the 15 dropping down like an anvil, pushed out of a helicopter. He's now stuck on the outside, going to have to try and make his way up. This is an unfamiliar position for that number 15 car of Miller after running up with the top 3 earlier on. This is going to be real troublesome over the next few laps.
Went and looked at the replay for the 15. 15 car got loose in the middle of 1 and 2 and had to collect the car, save it, and keep it going. So that's something to keep in mind. He kept the car going. And now take a look at who's in third place. Neil Pearson in the 62. Great day for that Black Flag Motorsports machine. Obviously, having a great day. Third place, he must feel pretty dang good about that. Oh, they're wrecking Dyson's around. Big one in turn number 3 and 4. 76 involved, the 41. Spinning the wrong way. Multiple cars stopped, and the corner caution is going to come out.
On the 37 getting caught up in that as well. Unfortunate for Zodiac as more drivers nearly piling in. You can see Devin Medeiros having to avoid that as the 41 tries to get back up and rolling, just burning and spinning his tires up the road. As we take a look at this, right behind the 15 of Miller, who we still have that drama a bit earlier on this green flag run. Big sideways step from the 23. The 41 getting fired off there, and like a pack of dominoes down, they all fall.
Yeah, Harper got loose on the exit of turn number 2. Very commonplace. We already saw it. A lot of cars snapping loose on the exit of turn 2. And you can see this giant checkup for everybody. The 41 trying to But yeah, do not ever try. Oh my gosh, right up into where the leader almost came up. You got to remember, folks, whenever you want to rejoin the track at Bristol, you do not climb the banking. It is so steep. Hate to see that for the 41. He's going to go a lap down for that. Side by side for the two Ryko machines. That outside row has not been getting great jumps at all. Maybe this time they will figure out the method to fix that problem. Here we go. Keep an eye on the 58 and the 84 through the restart zone. Nope. Outside lane just does not get a good jump, and neither does Neil Pearson on the inside. Did not get a good start out of the gate.
Those racers go side by side all throughout the pack. Your top two of Conklin and Basin just driving away from the rest of the field. 0.6 of a second, the margin as it's really close right behind there. Thought that was going to end in disaster in that battle with MDW and Patrick Gitter.
Matthew David Wood, you call him MDW. I like that just as much as everybody else. 16 car, we're going to see if I can't send the paint scheme over to make sure we get that on there. Running an outlier paint scheme, I believe. 16 car, we're going to make sure we get that taken care of. But he's having a good start to his season. Yeah, that 16 car has been really impressive since the beginning of the year. Yeah, got to keep giving him credit because he is moving forward, and now cracked the top 5 as you see a side-by-side battle with Jonathan Delaney, last night's winner, and Ralph Hutchinson in the 19.
And Delaney jumping his way up into the top 10. We'll see him on the charge throughout the rest of this race, I'm sure of it. But one driver that's really impressing me through to this point here in this race, Kirk, is right up in front of him, Ralph Hutchinson. He is taken to this track like a duck to water, whether it be in the O'Reilly's cars 24 hours ago or here in Cup. He has shown some speed.
He sure has. No joke about it. Man. This is it right here. Johnny Avila, though, in that 63 car running that Dale Earnhardt paint scheme, showing some speed as well. Up to 7th now, trying to go on the inside of Hutchinson for 6th. That 63 started a little bit further back in the field, and he's moving forward as well. He must like Bristol a little bit. Plus 18 spots on a racetrack. Really showing something good about that 63 car. You know, paying that paint scheme a little bit of honesty there. I like seeing hard chargers like that. It's awesome.
And seeing drivers get some moves done as we are now into the second half of this first stage. These racers maybe starting to shift their attention. Kirk, what do you think? Are they maybe trying to posit themselves to get into the best position imaginable for the end of this first stage? Are they trying to just slightly shift their perspective here? I think they may be doing soon.
Yeah, they're going to need to start changing something. One car that we saw up towards the front at the beginning, but is still struggling, mired back in traffic now. That 97, he's on your screen, Lucas Hoitzma. He spun out, got involved in that wreck, and he's drawn back all the way outside the top 25. Has a long, caution's out on the, I don't see any cars. Oh, turns 3 and 4, Zodiac involved again. 76, a Heitman there. You also saw another car there on the inside. Let's take a look and see what happened to this little grouping here. 3 and 4. Going onto the straightaway, that's 1 and 2, side by side. Zodiac on the bottom. You can see Heitman there on the top, and the 04 Cody Porter on the top. Oh, there's where it is. Oh, no. Cody Porter gets heavy damage there, but the 44 and a 60. Let's go on board with the 60. Can we go on board with the 60 for that one? I think that'd be a pretty dang good view. He's gonna get a pretty dang view. Scary, but good. He's gonna follow his friend there, the 44, straight on through. Let's take a look here. So they're chilling right down the back. They had problems earlier, just trying to ride around, make sure the car can get to the end of the race. And next thing you know, right up in front of them, you see the 04 get up out of the groove to come down, contact with the 76. Smoke everywhere. They're on the brake. They come back up the track. Where am I going? Right through the middle with the 44. What a little grouping that got through like that. No damage. All right, folks, welcome back to the full-length Cup Challenge here for the Blue Ridge 500 on Marconi Entertainment. Kirk Mills alongside Ron Mounts here in the booth. Morgan Cook, our producer tonight. We're getting ready to get this thing back underway. Lap 88, coming to lap 89 on the restart. Top 2 cars, you can see it on your screen. Sean Conklin, Dylan Basin on the front row. And take a look, Neil Pearson and Matthew David Wood. We got the paint schemes fixed up. 16 looks blue as ever. Getting ready to get this restart. Outside line does not get the jump, and neither does the 62. 62 has been having rough restarts. Back underway, Matthew David Wood moves into 3rd place.
Oh, they're still duking it out right behind him. Neil Pearson and Ralph Hutchinson side by side. Hutchinson on the high side looking to try and find any way in the book to jump his way up in a fourth. Not going to be able to do that as the side-by-side battling still right behind them. Robert Miller, I was worried about that car, Kirk, after we saw that moment for the 15, but he is right up there, still in the midst of it, and giving us some good battles, especially after that setback we had with him scraping the wall. He's been able to fight back big time.
Sure has. 15 car definitely. The cars that are moving forward will continue to do so unless they kill the car. That's the best way to put it. Man, top 5 now single filed out. You see that battle for 6 right now. Patrick Gitter having a good run on the short tracks this week. He and also Ralph Hutchinson last year in the spring had a hell of a battle. There they go. Contact cars wrecking in turns number 3 and 4. It's Paul Gallimore up against the outside wall in the 11 car. Hitting the wrong way, and we have just had cautions come out every few seconds. It wouldn't surprise me if the admins here decided to go single file here in a minute. Here we go. Let's see what happened with the 11 car this time. Blake Kluot's right behind him, going into the corner right behind Adam Benefield. 11 car looks fine. 14's on the top. Not clear, not clear, not clear. Oh, nope. Came up the racetrack, was not clear. Just a 1-car incident with a little bit of contact with the 71, a Hunter Truel, I believe. But nothing else in terms of damage to anyone else. Everybody else avoids the accident, and that will be, again, yet another caution. Sets. I got to tell you right now, though, up front, very similar looking race cars leading this thing back underway. Lap 98 on the restart. Here we go. Back underway. Single file now for the top 4. Side by side for second place. So here comes the 84 trying to top. Is he going to get there? Not quite. He almost got wrecked there. Got to be careful. 84 in the 58 battling side by side for the lead.
Oh,
84's loose, man. He's loose. He got cold tires. Look out.
Oh, and that could have ended in absolute catastrophe there. Look at that. Dylan Bassett trying to hold on to that car for dear life, having to have reflexes of a ninja to keep that car going in a straight line as Conklin able to jump into the race lead and grab the fifth lap of the race.
For example, oh, there goes Hastings around. The 29 gets shoved down into the inside wall. 29 car on the back straightaway. Heavy inside damage after the 81 of Hastings got up in the marbles and came down into the 29 car. Let's take a look and see what happened to the 29. He's just got to survive a few more laps. You can see it right here. 81 right up there, got up high in the marbles in the next corner. Take a look and see what happens. 81 goes really high up on the racetrack, up in the wall a little bit, comes down straight in loose, down into the 29, sends him into the inside wall. Innocent bystander. Mistake from the 81, takes the 29 car's day and makes it a lot worse. It looks like he is going to go ahead and cross that stripe. You also saw Robert Miller move up to 3rd place as Matthew David Wood moves back to 5th, loses a couple spots. Coming to get one more lap to go in the stage when they exit that corner. And now one more lap to go. That 58 car Conklin dominated this entire first stage. Multiple cars crashing throughout this first stage, but that 58 car has held steady ever since the green came out. Through the final couple corners, the 58 of Sean Conklin will win stage number 1. So, you know, that might change in the future, but for now, that's how it is. Pace car dives down to the pit road, side by side up front. See Miller get her right behind the top 2, and that was a great restart for the first time on the outside. There goes Basin to the top. Just like we were talking about, that outside was able to stick with it this time. He's going to be side by side for the lead.
Yeah, Basin trying to get that top spot. Oh, no, once again, deja vu to what we saw a couple of restarts ago.
Oh, my gosh. How did he hang on to the car?
I do not know. That was a Code Brown moment for sure for the driver of the number 84 machine. Basin now got a good view of side-by-side racing Patrick Gitter and Robert Miller. Where have we seen this before?
Quite often. They're always side by side, it seems like, but now Basin's stuck here. His teammates gone. 84 is trying to navigate 2 side-by-side cars right in front of him, and he's got to wait for the right moment. But the 15 of Robert Miller and Patrick Gitter, they're going to keep battling. I mean, it just makes sense for him. best spot to be in. 6 car Delaney closes in on this battle as the 15 gets loose on the bottom. That's going to open the door for the 84.
Yeah, now fighting back, basically wants to be back there with his teammates as one more car left to try and jump in front of, and that's Patrick Gitter, who's been very versatile throughout
braking on the
this
back
race.
straightaway. 2 cars facing the wrong way. Cody Porter, I believe, again, is on the wrong side. You see Dylan Harper also around. Second time seeing both of those cars involved in an accident today. Let's see what exactly happened between the 23 and the 04 to bring out yet another yellow. Oh, was it them involved at all, or was it someone up ahead of them? Let's find out. 41 of Dyson on the bottom. Oh, 23's up in the outside wall. And got loose on the exit and collects the 04 Porter. Jose Medina gets some damage as well. Yep, in the 40 car. And, oh man, just a little bit of... The moment you get up in the marbles on the exit of turn 2, that car just wants to jump out from underneath you. Yeah, he's got to get a good restart. You're right. He's got to guess it, which is something I hate to say, but it's true. In iRacing, you cannot hit the gas when you hear the other guy hit the gas or you are behind. You have to guess when it's going to happen, and you'll be wrong, you get penalized. If you're not wrong, you get with it. Here we go on the restart. Not a bad restart for the front group, but not good enough to stick with the leader. Side by side for second now as they head into turn number 1. And it looks like Matthew David Woods sitting in 8th place is side by side for position for 9th. You can see the 62 and the 4 car DeCiani right there you're riding on board with the back bumper. Oh, the 63 of Avila had a problem, had to get off the gas, losing a lot of positions. The 63 car's just real loose. Something's wrong with the 63. He's off the pace.
It looks like it's bouncing up and down
Wrecking
like a
turn
maniac.
Number 1 and 2, the 54 of Alex Coffey facing the wrong way into the outside wall. 40 car of Jose Medina, and more cars going everywhere trying to avoid the 54 car, but that will bring out yet another caution. See what happened this time here, Ron. 54 car on the top. Blake Kluot on the bottom. Oh, nope, just got loose on his own. It looks like 54. Then came down into the corner, contact with Casey Graves in the 01. Takes them the rest of the way around.
I know. Oh, more drivers scattering around. The 37 nearly piling into that. The 40 also got involved in that as well.
Let's go on board with that 37. That'd be actually a cool shot to see what exactly happened there. 37 on-board shot. I think that'd be a fun deal to watch. Go with them. Try and avoid that wreck. See what it feels like sitting in the driver's seat. Chilling on your own. Everything's fine. Right? Just chilling in the back, trying to avoid any trouble. And you just know that Jaws is starting to come up in the screen. There he is up towards the top. Oh boy, he's going to come out and bite you. Miss it. Whoa! Goes straight down. Misses it, but hits the commitment cone. I'm sure they'll clear his black for him. But yeah, not a fun way to miss a wreck, but it does happen. Not a horrible restart for the front group. They stay close together as everybody else tries to catch him back down.
Yeah, and look at Basin. He's keeping his teammate within arm's reach. That's a good improvement from what we've seen as of late. Will he still try and remain in second? Probably, as the battling for third still going on. Robert Miller and Patrick Gitter. They've been battling for so long at this point here in this race. It just feels like such a common occurrence.
Yeah, those two just can't seem to get away from each other like magnets, I swear. Miller's able to get away that time now, I guess, finally. There you go. Now he's up to third place. And the car's just trying to get settled in now. You can't go straight to the bottom like you did at the very beginning of the race. If you look at the restart of the first restart of the race, everybody tried to fight for the bottom. But after just a handful of laps, that changed quickly. Everybody started scattering all over the place. Great. Oh, wrecking on the corner there. You see the 88, Thomas Kulmacheski the wrong way on the racetrack. Let's see what happened this time, man.
Yeah, in an odd section. I wonder if it was contact here side by side with the 73 as they headed their way off into the turn. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Oh, small little tap, and oh, the 81 gonna pile in there. Wrong place, wrong time for him.
It's an interesting average. Here's the restart. Great restart for the outside line for the first time today. I think that 84 has a shot.
Will he try and establish dominance on that high side? Basin sweeping through He has a very good shot to do this, keeping that momentum ripping and rolling up on the lip of the racetrack. This could be the greatest shot for him yet.
Yeah, it was a great restart. Really good restart. It's going to work out for him. 84 on the top. Guess what, folks? When it comes to the line, he might be a new leader. He sure is. 84. Dylan Basin leads here at Bristol.
Yeah, these two teammates have got to get this settled and settled soon, because if they're caught chasing each other's tails, Robert Miller is going to blow past them as if they are standing still. So this is going to get fascinating. I wonder whether Miller is going to try and rattle these drivers' cages too much, or if he's just going to sit behind and say, you know what, I like this, and just wait for the drama to go on up in front.
Yeah, the 15's running a very different line from the top two. Very loose for the leader. The 84 Basin almost lost it. 58's all over the back bumper. Ain't helping as the 15 car almost gets to the inside. Not that time. 58 now goes to the outside as the 84 looks to might let him through. We'll see. 15 car trying to stay on the top. He's going to be on the outside of Basin for second, and he might go for the lead as well if he's able to carry the momentum. Side by side for second for the time being. Contact with the 84. Up in the marbles. Look out, save the car. There you go. All right, that's a very sketchy point of the racetrack. You don't want to go up that high. He's now on the back bumper of the leader. It's good. Ah, man, this is what we've been waiting for. A little bit of a challenge up front. I like it. Still hitting the wall again. Both cars did that time.
Yeah, no, we're seeing the handling start to fall away for some of these competitors now that we're in maybe the longest green flag run that we've had, certainly in a while, maybe even in this race. Oh, look at that. Fluttering at that gas pedal. Maybe a bit of a touch there from the front bumper of the 84 Basin, looking to jump his way up into that P2 spot. Another bad sideways stop. He's got to desperately cling on for dear life.
What a save. 15 car and he only lost one spot doing that. Come on, man. That was awesome. That was awesome to watch. Holy, what a save. But now he's under fire from Delaney. 15 car has heated up tires. He's going to be loose as it is. Oh, man, he's got to nurse that thing around. He's only got a handful of laps for the end of this stage. Remember, folks, for this race, we are trying to get down to lap number 250, which is halfway for the end of stage number 2. But right now the leader, I'm sorry to interrupt, the leader is stuck in this heavy traffic right now up towards the front of the field. He can't seem to go anywhere. Everybody's all over the place right in front of him, and I don't know if that's going to bring second place to him, but it's definitely not going to help him. He's kind of stuck where he can't pass on the top side. He has to try the bottom, and the top's the preferred lane now. The bottom is just not working, so he is stuck where he is.
Yeah, it may not make things incredibly hard, but certainly not going to make it easier as we get into the final few laps.
Wrecking right in front of the leader! Contact the 58 got rear-ended. The 6 cars involved. That's third place involved. The second place involved there, rather. That's going to bring out a caution, and we're going to get a restart with just a handful of laps left. And the top 2 cars, Delaney and Conklin, both with damage. This is changing everything, folks. These cars are tanks, but I don't know if they got too bad of damage to worry about it. 58's back bumper's crumpled in right in front of him. Watch what happens with the 5 car. Comes up in front of the 73 of Mesnard, not clear, and right there, second place and the leader get damage. Let's see, let's ride on board with Delaney first, and then we'll ride on board with the 58. I think these guys are going to try and flip the stage. That might be best for them in this scenario. I don't know. It's up to what they want to do, but let's take a look. We're on board with the 6 to see what happened to him first. Remember that 5 car, he's going to clear up when he's not clear. That's a problem. 6 is trying to chase down that 58 car of Conklin. He's doing all he can to try and get there. And it looks like going into this corner right here is where the wreck happens. Checking up, big time contact, bang, right on the front end. That's going to kill the front nose. Hate to see it. 84 sneaks by. That's the first of the top 3 with no damage. But the 58 car got rear-ended. Let's ride on board with Conklin. If we can go high above so we can see the whole car, that would be a little better here for this angle. Yep, take a look at that 58. So you're going to see this wreck happen right in front of him going into turn number 3. 58 car right here. Slams on the brakes. Contact on the front, contact on the back from Billy Brickley, and you can see the back bumper is dented in. However, he stays out on the racetrack, I believe. Live right now. He did not come down pit road. The 6th car Delaney, however, did. And so did everyone else in the field. I'm seeing some cars doing split decisions. Some cars chose to go down pit road. Some decided to stay out. And Conklin choosing to stay out, going for a stage win. And everybody else going down pit road is going to change things up when this stage ends, because now they're going to have to come down pit road again. Matthew David Wood there. You got Ralph Hutchinson, Dylan Basin, and Johnny Avila. That's your top 6 right there. Here we go on the restart. Let's see what the 15's got, what the 58's got. Back underway. Leader off to a good jump.
And side by side, still right behind Robert Miller, who's spent most of this race up in the front. Ralph Hutchinson, who has done as well, but 2 very different paths for those drivers to get into this position. So Miller gonna jump into 2nd, as Hutchinson now having to worry about Matthew David Wood right behind him, as well as Dylan Basin. He's right there.
Bason's trying everything to go to 3 wide to the bottom. Look at him going on Ralph Hutchinson for position. Remember, we're racing a lap 250. That 84 car must have fresh tires. There goes Johnny Avila. Contact of 14 of Blake Kluwat wrecking as well. Look up on the racetrack. They're coming back up. More cars going to be collected. Look out, turns 3 and 4. That 14 car and the 63 look to be the 2 cars with the worst for wear. But that will be the end of the stage.
Yeah, and for a wild 2nd stage, this is kind of fitting for it to end this way. Let's take a look at the replay. 3 wide here at Bristol. It is a terrifying prospect with the drivers all around each other. Really nowhere to run or hide in those battles. And unfortunately for the drivers, just getting caught up there. It's the exits of the turns. It's frantic battling. So many different things got playing into that incident taking place.
Also, Hunter Truel got up into the outside wall after contact with that as well. 14 car luckily did not collect anybody else when he came back up the racetrack. So it is a 3-car incident that I can tell. And yep, that will be the stage. So if you look at your stage results here, let's see if we can show the top 10 if we have the ability still. Try it. Let's see if this works. It might be inaccurate. We'll see. So it's Conklin, Miller, Basin, David Wood, Ralph Hutchinson, Paul Hill, Patrick Gitter, Vroman, Hodson, and Benefield gets his first stage point of the day. But you can see those cars that started in the back made their way to the top 10 and earned some stage points. But they're coming down pit road now. Here comes the 58 leading them down. Let's see what happens. Back underway, inside line, great restart. Side by side for 2nd with Paul Hill and Patrick Gitter.
Still fanning out side by side here. Gotta wonder who's gonna have to yield in this. Don't think either driver will. Paul Hill keeping it rolling, keeping that momentum going on that top side. They've also got Nicholas Vroman right behind them, just applying that pressure, laying it on as thick as icing on a wedding cake. So far this year for Basin, that is a very good question that you raised there,
Nope.
Kirk.
No wins. Nope, no wins. He has not. Well, caution's out on the racetrack. Turn. Oh, it's the 19 of Hutchinson around, up against the outside wall. Something happened up in the front of the group. He was running P3, I believe. What happened to the 19?
Looks like he's running kind of all by his lonesome as that 40 car right up in front. And, oh no, don't tell me it's just that bad pocket of sadness.
Oh, it's the Kyle Busch treatment. Oh, if anyone gets that reference, it's unfortunate, but that's the truth of the matter. One of the things that I can't describe anywhere else. It's
like the yellow brick road.
Yep, kind of. But there goes pace car on the pit road. I'm going to get this thing back underway. 164 laps to go this time by. You can see right now the top 2. Guess what? They are nose to tail, and it's getting close.
Yeah, we've seen these 2 go side by side for a while now, so just waiting for another shoe to drop in both the battle for your top spot and the battle for some of the spots right behind. Side by side, Vroman and Hodgson. Side by side, Hoytsman and Gitter too. Side by side, really throughout the pack as well. Not seeing any 3-wide racing develop, which I think is a blessing in disguise. Don't want to see another yellow breakout here. They go single file behind your battle for 3rd. As Hodgson and Vroman very close to each other still.
Number 2, cars around. It's the 73 of Mesnard, I believe. He got DQ'd. It might be Mesnard. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, it is Mesnard. Out. He was having such a great day, but he got loose on the exit of turn number 2, and that will take him out of the race. Caution comes out. Look at the 73. He was in a great spot, Ron. He had a good shot. Just got loose. Right. We saw that with the 97, with the 16. And this time, 5 car also got a little bit of damage there on the back straightaway, but just a 2-car light incident there, and I hate to see that for the 73, I do. 4 on the top, 58 on the bottom. Here's a restart. First time seeing a car restart on the top, and what a decision it was. It worked out big time for the 84. All right, keep an eye on that because I think that's going to reoccur. I think we might see that outside line restart more often because that was really good. Damn good, actually. It's unfortunate, though, for Nolan. He dropped back a few spots on that restart. All the way now back to, it looks like, 6th place. Basin, another fastest lap of the day. Holy cow, 14.864. Let's see. I think the 12 car, Nolan Hodgson, had a problem. Yeah, where'd he go? 12 car's gone.
Oh.
He's a lap down now, 19th.
He was just battling with Blake Kluot not too long ago.
A little further back.
Ah.
There. Going on the outside of lap traffic here.
Oh, small little tap against the wall. Nothing big. Oh, no, the 37.
Oh, just slight contact sends him on. Oh, heavy contact with the 41.
Dyson.
No caution. How are we not under caution right now? That's the question I have.
Oh, no, though they are teammates, they're trying to battle for that same race win. They're battling for the same trophy here tonight. And right now, it's looking like Conklin gonna stop at no end to take that race lead from his teammate as lap traffic gonna choke up that bottom lane a bit. He's got to jump up to the top size of 20 of Medeiros, I believe that is, holding up the 84 ever so slightly. So Basin having to worry about dealing with the lap traffic while having his teammate all over him.
Man, oh, he gave him a shot. Oh, 84 spins up in front of the leader. He's sideways. Hang on to the car. Don't hit the attenuator. Caution is out. That was a iRacing thrown caution. It was not thrown by any admin. So what happened to the 12 was not considered a caution, but iRacing considered this to be a caution. Let's take a look at it. 84 gives the 20 a shot and just got sideways, and he drove that car out of the spin, saved the car. So he might still have a shot, but he's going to need to come down and take tires. Look at this. Drifting, uses the banking to his advancement, and that brings out a caution. I don't think he even lost very many spots, if any at all.
Not a good restart there at all. That's going to choke up that top side quite a lot. Paul Hill really squirrely as he goosed it up on the throttle, and Benefield falling off into the clutches of an ensuing pack right behind.
So now you can see it. Oh, Benefield got a little loose that time. Now here comes the 14 of Kluon on the bottom, trying to continue that run up towards the front. Oh man, this is just getting closer and closer to the end, getting squeezed. Top 6 single file now as battle for 8th on back.
Yeah, the battle's going strong. That 83 up on the top side there. 63, pardon me. Johnny Avila holding on to that spot. The 83 on the bottom there of Benefield. Lots of cars with lots of similar numbers out there on the racetrack, still running strong. The 63 right behind the 83 is a 63 being tailed by the 62.
Okay, folks. Oh, not clear. He almost turned himself. Hang on to it, pal. Luckily, Avila backed out of it. Still, oh, wow, 62's loose. Everybody's bouncing all over the place in the back. Oh, Kluot's pushing the 62 up out of the groove. He's into the wall. Contact with the 62. He's off the pace. Way in the back. Loses a lot of spots. Neil Pearson gets put up out of the groove, and he has a broken toe link. Take a look. You'll see the 14. Look at what happens here into the corner. 14 dives it in deep. This is normal. This is a normal line. It's going to happen in the next time round. He's going to go ahead and dive it in deep. And 14 goes way up. Puts the 62 in the marbles. 62 can't get out of it. Gets loose into the outside wall. And it breaks a part of the car. Now he has to go really easy on the car for the next handful of laps. Hate to see it for the 62. He was having a great day. Back up towards the front, though, folks. We're going to still see some battling in that section that we were just looking at. 83 going the wrong direction. 14 and the 63 both got by him. As the top group, Conklin, Basin, Gitter, Vroman, and Hill drive away.
And it has been Raikko's drive. We talk about the team championship points. They enter this race third. They're going to look to try and make some big gains, but right now, this is a fantastic drive for them. Forget the points. Forget what sort of permutations may come out of this. It has been a storm of a drive for both of them. Basin was showing some speed earlier on, but Conklin, he's been the dominant force throughout the night. The dominant force throughout this season. He's already led about 2/3 of the lap this season as he looks to try and bring home a W.
Coming through turns 3 and 4, coming to get the white flag. Once they hit the white flag, next flag will end the race. Here we go, having to deal with a couple lap cars. Final lap here in the full-length Cup Challenge. Here we go, out of turn number 2. That 58 car has that 54 way back in the mirror through the final set of corners. That 58 of Sean Conklin will come to the line and win yet again. Sean Conklin, a winner again in the full-length Cup Challenge for the Blue Ridge 500.